Real quick before the video starts, I have a small goal of actually reaching 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you guys are enjoying the content, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing to help support the channel. Thanks, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright, so I think today we're going to go ahead and just explore the mist a little bit. I want to try to gather there for about an hour and see what kind of profits we could bring. We're not bringing anything too crazy. I did just get tier 8 on my sickle though gathering, so I kind of want to try bringing this. I know skinning makes you a lot more money in general, but I feel like I don't really find that many high level nodes in skinning inside of the mist. Every now and then you do find one and you do make a lot of money from it, but at the same time I feel like you'd gain way more consistent profit by just gathering fiber and just picking up everything you see there. So we do have these 2 pies here for an hour. We're going 7.1 pies. We got invis for escape and just some basic gear. I think our gear is totaling about 2.3 mil at the moment. We have this frost round just because we got it for free for the completing the monthly for this month, so we're gonna just be using it. I don't really care if I die. We have enough funds to be able to re-gear ourselves if we do die, but we have 3 things at tier 8 gathering. We have 1 tier 5 and 1 tier 7, which should still be able to gather at least tier 8, but it's not really worth gathering tier 8 because of how slow I actually gather it. But with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into an hour of mist gathering and see what the profits are currently looking at. So our inventory is at nearly 600k, so anything above that is just purely profit. So we're going to obviously be avoiding any fights. I do have this curse staff here just in case I run into a spider. I may do it depending on if the mist seems like it's dead or not, but it is also really risky to be doing that because somebody could easily gank us and we'll just lose all of our stuff that we have in our inventory. But we're gonna go ahead and just hop into the mist and just gather all the fiber that we see there because that is the set that we currently are wearing. We just found ourselves our first rare wisp here of the run, so we're at 1 mil in our inventory already after completing that tier 6 zone. We managed to get ourselves a harvester tome while we were there. And we got a bunch of actual fiber there too. So we got a bunch of tier 6 fiber. So we have 155 equaling 132k already. Look at this. We already got a tier 7 dryad right here. A little aspect right off the bat as soon as we come in. So we're going to go ahead and gather this tier 7 zone now and see how much profit we make after fully completing it. Okay, so we finished up the first 30 minutes of the trip of the previous one. We did end up actually getting into another tier 7 wisp here right after we finished the previous one. So our inventory is currently looking at around 1.2 mil at the moment. So we made around 600k or so from gathering in the wisps. So I really need to be able to find that tier 8 zone because that's going to be a huge amount of profit that we're going to be able to get from gathering here in the wisps. But we did just find a tier 7 bear. It did just spawn on us. And we're going to go ahead and just gather this, and hopefully by the end of this wisp we actually end up getting an enchanted one that's epic or legendary. Alright, we've reached the last 5 minutes of this wisp and it's time to start looking for a brand new enchanted wisp. Hopefully we get lucky. We do have around 20 minutes left on this pie remaining before we go back and check our total profits, but just a little update, we're currently at 1.4 mil in the inventory now, so I think we're really close to approaching the 1 mil profit mark. If not, we've already hit it, but we really need that tier 8 zone to be able to kick off our profits a lot more than we currently have. Man, we got so unlucky with that wisp right there. 5 minutes looking for an enchanted wisp and we couldn't find a single one, so now we're stuck back in a tier 6 zone. It's gonna waste so much time on our pie. We're left with exactly 14 minutes left on our pie now. I'm really hoping to find an enchanted wisp inside this tier 6 zone so that we don't have to wait for the 5 minutes. Or hopefully this wisp just ends up dying a lot faster than what it normally does so that we could find one quicker. So after finishing that hour of fiber gathering and every other resource that we could get, we didn't actually manage to get a tier 8 zone, but we managed to get a couple of things here. We came out with a little bit over 1 million. So what I kind of want to do next is take out my skinning gear with tier 8 and see how much more money or less money we actually make. Now obviously if we manage to get a tier 8 zone, that's already more profit than we're probably going to get when we did the fiber node, because we were pretty unlucky and didn't manage to get one there. So we're going to go ahead and do another hour, but this time we're going to do it with our skinning gear, and we're going to see how much more or less money we could actually make while we're gathering in the mist with tier 8 gathering with skinning. One thing I noticed is that mists are literally so free, like no one even attacks you here. This is such safe content. Ever since the server split, the amount of people that actually are in the wisps at any given time has been like significantly reduced. So your chances of getting ganked by those A3 people is like really low now compared to what it was before the server actually split. But anyways, look at this. I gathered 1 tier 6 mob earlier and it was 20k. Now we're gathering 2 and we're almost at 40k. So that's what I meant earlier when I said that skinning is a lot more money. It just kind of depends on if you find the mobs to actually get the money for it though. It's just really RNG because there's a lot less tier 6 mobs as opposed to any other sort of node that you can find when you're actually gathering in the wisp. So After 30 minutes of using our skinning gear, we managed to come out with 1.2 million, so around 600k or so. So around 600k or so profit so far from just gathering with skinning. It's only been 30 minutes, keep that in mind, so we still got another 30 minutes to go. So we're going to hop back in the Wisp again. We're going to start at tier 6, and hopefully we manage to get another enchanted node. So we only got one tier 7 area that we've been in so far, as opposed to with our previous run, we were in 2 tier 7 areas. Alright, so after finishing up the hour of running with the skinning garbs and everything, we managed to come out with 1.7 mil. So if we subtract the cost of our tools here, so it's around 600k, so it's 1.1 mil or so in terms of profit when gathering with tier 8 skinner. But sadly, we didn't get any tier 8 zones for either skinning or fiber, so we were pretty unlucky with that. There was 2 times we did almost get ganked while we were actually gathering with the skinning one as opposed to the fiber one, but honestly, that's just the luck of the draw at that point. But anyways, as you guys can see, this is what we received when we were doing the fiber nodes. So without the actual tome that we received there, would have made 860k, but since we were lucky enough to actually get one of these fiber tomes or harvester tomes, we got around 1.1 mil, so it's very similar to what we got while we were skinning in the mist as well. Overall, the mists are really good, free money, and I definitely recommend it for anyone that's just looking for some chill ways to make income on Albion Online. It's really quick, it doesn't really take that much effort, and you guys could easily afford premium just by gathering inside the mists. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.